Hello everyone, Mark255 here and welcome back to another episode of the FNaF Retrospective. As a quick recap, FNaF 1 is a very good game that has stood the test of time fairly well in my eyes. The animatronics are great, its horror holds up well, the gameplay is fun, and the story is well hidden and well done. It wasn't the most fun experience of all time, but I'll still go back to FNaF 1 here and there when I feel like it. Now when this game came out, however, it changed everything. Every YouTuber, commenter, streamer, and more were playing and talking about this game left, right, and center, and Scott only had one thing on his mind. Expand, 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 clear forest, make land, fresh blood. So he did what any successful franchise would do, make a sequel. And so, only 3 months after the first game, FNaF 2 was released to the public on November 11, 2014, with much critical acclaim. Scott already had a decent idea on what each game up to sister location should be like, with this game being chaos incarnate, and he delivered and then some. There's a lot to talk about with this game, so let's not waste much more time. Here is my FNaF retrospective, now on FNaF 2. Oh yeah, do all the funny YouTube things so I can have a serotonin boost. My personal history with this game is quite positive. I always considered this game to be one of the better ones. Heck, it's the only horror mainline FNaF game I beat before starting this retrospective. Whilst the first game was an extremely well-rounded experience, doing a pretty good job on every aspect for the most part, I believe this game does extremely well on a few aspects, but pretty bad on others. Let me explain in the form of a compliment sandwich, going from positive to negative. Holy shit, I love this game's collection of animatronics. I know some people really don't like most of them in this entry, but I can't help but love them all. Okay, there's some I don't like, but we'll get to them in a bit. Toy Chica's concept of her beak being lost after moving off the stage is super unique and cool. I wish stuff like that was used more in the series. The only other game I can think of that does something sort of similar is Sister Location, with the faceplates taken off during jump scares. But still. She's also an immediate smash, like, damn, you seeing her down the hallway? Mangle's also a fantastic concept done super well in my opinion. Again, there's almost nothing like them throughout the rest of the series, being a take-apart, put-back-together animatronic. The puppet's always been a favourite of mine, partially because of the story significance they have, but also just because they're really cool. There are better puppet characters later on in the series in my opinion, but this original iteration still holds up really well. The Wizards are pretty hit and miss for me, with Withered Freddy and Bonnie being shining standouts for me. Freddy just looks really neat, but Bonnie? Oh, Withered Bonnie, a fan favourite for a reason. The entire faceplate being missing, showing the whole endoskeleton face, is just so damn cool. Everyone and their mother has gushed about this sick-ass design for hours on end, and I agree tenfold. Scott literally took the scariest character from the first game and made him cooler. Like, he's easily top 5 animatronics in the whole series just for that one design philosophy alone. The others aren't great though. Yeah, not all the animatronics are bangers in this game, as to be expected with the sheer amount compared to FNaF 1. Toy Freddy and Bonnie are just kinda whatever. Withered Foxy is just a more battered up Foxy from FNaF 1. Withered Chica could work if tweaked a little, but she ultimately looks pretty goofy. And Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy. Need I say more? Okay, he's a little shithead who personally annoys me, alright? There's nothing inherently wrong with him, I just don't like him. Everyone at the game's hype would agree, so yeah, it's a general consensus. Anyways, what else is good in this game? Oh yeah, the camera frames. These characters are really cool, so naturally they'd all have decent camera frames to go along with them. Here's a collection of camera frames I think look pretty damn cool. I want to highlight this one real quick though, because holy crap, it is unsettling as hell. I look at this for a good while and I start to feel uncomfortable. Good job, Scott. You know what doesn't look good though? The jump scares. Some are okay, like Withered Freddy and Bonnie's. I know, crazy. But the rest are either forgettable, mediocre, or just not good. Forgettable ones include Withered Foxy and Chica, as well as Toy Freddy. And some bad ones are Toy Bonnies and Chicas. The way some characters just jump at you just looks goofy more than anything. And honestly, I just like Withered Bonnie's jump scare because he vibe checks you. I'll talk about the jump scares a little more later, but for now let's talk about the story and secrets. I think this game has some of the coolest story-related things out of the whole series. It set the groundwork for how the story would be told in future games. Through cryptic minigames, baby. Foxy go go go, save them, give gifts, give life, take cake to the children. All of these allude to one bigger problem insanely well, and I have to applaud Scott for making a more interesting way to show the story to hook more people with. The secrets in this game are also really great, from the shadow animatronics to Dee Dee to Rendo 02, these all work fantastically to give more variety to a playthrough if you encounter them. They also sort of add to the lore in a way, but that's only some of them, aka the shadows and nothing else. There's two more things about this game I'm gonna mention, being the gameplay and horror, and they both kinda blow. You wanna know how many animatronics are in this game? 11. How many are dealt with one specific mechanic? 9. They do all work slightly differently from each other, but that's not enough to be unique at all. Literally the only characters who add more substance to the gameplay are Withered Foxy and Puppet, and even then they both essentially work the same way as each other, being things you have to maintain constantly or you instantly die. This game basically entirely relies on good luck to beat, even more so than FNaF 1, as you need to not have too many characters with the masks to deal with at once before you wind the music box and flash Foxy. Also, I have a massive personal vendetta against how Toy Chica and Balloon Boy work, as it's super annoying. You gotta keep the mask on and wait for the vent banging sound effect to play to check if they left or not. The issue with this is that it's the exact same sound effect for literally anyone else getting into or out of the vent. So you just have to pray that they are the one who made the sound, or you gotta sit there for longer hoping you can deal with them in time. I don't know. Oh. Okay, it's over now. Right? Oh, fuck. It really doesn't work well and gets very tedious after a while. But for some reason I still somewhat enjoy it. I don't know, just something about the gameplay loop just makes me still have a fun enough time playing it, and I can't understand why. Finally, why does the horror in this game suck? It's just not scary, man. Most character designs don't lean themselves to any horror aspects. Looking at you, toy animatronics. The ambience repeats all the time and gets really boring to listen to. And you're never able to look at the spooky camera frames because of how the gameplay works. I never even knew this camera render existed until I went out and searched for it, and it's one of my favorites from the whole series now. My favorite aspect of the first game is completely absent from the sequel, and that's so unfortunate. But, again, I don't hate this game. There's a lot to love here, and I can see why people would love it. I just think the bad sort of outweighs the good here. That just about covers everything in FNaF 2, so let's end this part. FNaF 2 has a lot going for it, with a more interesting environment, more lore to build up from the first game, and many more interesting characters, but that's pretty much entirely what the game focused on, without putting in care for more varied gameplay, more creepy aspects, and for other characters to be as interesting as others. I will put this game below FNaF 1 on the tier list. Don't take that as me hating on FNaF 2. I absolutely adore some aspects of this game, mentioned previously. It was honestly very difficult to completely determine whether or not I liked FNaF 2 more than 1, but 1 was just a much more well-rounded experience than this game. FNaF 3 is next, and I never really cared about this game, considering it the weakest in the series, but it has seemed to have gathered a cult following over the years, with many considering it the best. So I'm very excited to figure out my personal views on it. Anyways guys, that just about does it for today's video everybody, I really hope you all enjoyed it. And if you like my channel, then why not subscribe, click the like button, check out these videos, share with friends and family, check out my Discord server, and click the bell so you'll be notified when any new videos come out. Anyways guys, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.